Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today we are continuing the MCU. Now I consider this to be MCU canon. Is it necessarily canon? Not necessarily. Until these characters show up in the MCU and they're different people, then I'm going to consider it not canon. But for now, I'm considering it canon. But today we're going to be talking about Runaways, Season 3. Runaways Season 3 was released in 2019, and I'm going to do as little spoilers as possible, so there's not going to be like any big things. But I'm going to mention this is going to be a pretty short video, just me talking about my general thoughts. I'm going to give you a very, very quick synopsis, basically, but this picks up right after Season 2, where they kind of get split off, and there's two different groups, and we know that somebody is a Jonah person, like one of the bad aliens. We don't know who, but somebody is. So then the team finally gets back together, and they're trying to figure out who the new Jonah is. They're trying to figure out who amongst them is an alien, because somebody is. Somebody among them is a traitor, and they cannot figure out who. So that's a lot of fun, figuring that out. And then there's a different dimension they go to in one episode, which I find kind of weird. And then they meet this Morgan lady who's helping, what's her face? I can't remember her name. But she's helping the witch. The Wiccan, sorry. And, kind of working together until we realize that maybe she isn't doing this all for the better, and they have to figure out whether or not it's worth trying to go and fighting her, or maybe it's just something we leave alone. And it's a really, really interesting idea, and I think it went pretty well overall. My hair's not staying in place today. It's really being mean. I have to get a haircut. I'll get a haircut this week. But definitely, like, not a bad season. Not a very good season either, I think. I think there are definitely issues with it. I think that the pacing of the season is particularly weird, because it goes like really fast and all of a sudden really slow, and then really fast again. I also want to talk like quite a little bit about the last episode, which is slightly spoilery. So I apologize if I spoil something, but like it's pretty not spoilery. But something happens in the second to last episode, episode 9, that like is devastating. Okay, and then in episode 10. For some reason, they were like, okay, we're gonna go 3 years into the future, and like blew my mind for sure. I was like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden, like they're like, okay, well then people from the past show up, and they're very different, and they're like, hey, we have to go back and like do this thing to save this person, blah 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 blah. And I found it really intriguing. Like, I don't like time travel very much, I really don't, but like this worked for me. I don't know why. I must have been in a weird mood that day, but like I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, I had so much fun. And the only thing I wish about this episode, I wish this was an entire season. I wish they had a season 4 where they just did that the entire season. Like, that's a dog. If you hear that in the background, that's just my dog. He's new. It's a puppy. It's not my dog. It's Jake's dog, but you get the point. So he's caged and he doesn't like that, but I apologize for that. But if that episode was stretched into an entire season, they had an entire season about like them going back and like working through all these things, would have been so cool, because this episode was fan-freaking-tastic. This episode alone made me give this grade like a little higher, because it's such a fantastic episode. I had so much fun with just this one episode, and again, I really wish it was an entire season 4 just for this episode. That just the idea of like them going back and trying to help everybody, I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think it's a waste to just have only, to only use it for one episode. Kind of sucks. But again, I'm going to keep this kind of short. I don't want to take up your entire Wednesday. Most of my Wednesday videos are kind of short, so I apologize if you like them to be longer. But overall, really not a bad season. I think it's really entertaining, wildly entertaining. Lots of really good mysteries and twists that need to be figured out before the end of it, and you know it's the last season because they promote it like that. So you're ready. You're like excited for this. And then the last episode just blew me out of the water with how fantastic it was. I love that episode so much. And so I'm going to go ahead and give Runaways Season 3 an A-. I still think that the first season is my favorite season. I think it's just a really, really well done season. I love the mystery of the parents and the kids. And while it still kind of exists, it isn't like on the forefront like it is in the first season. That I think that made this whole show kind of appealing to me. So that kind of sucked. But overall, a very, very solid third season and a very, very good ending season. Although I would have loved a season 4 exploring the topic of the last episode. But thank you so much for watching this video. I do MCU stuff every Wednesday, except for soon. We have I think, is it 3 more videos? We have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7. We have 2 more, and that's it. What the hell? We have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7 and Hellstrom Season 1, and that's it. We've done every single MCU thing in the whole world. Oh my god. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. I mean, I've watched them all, of course, but, like, I'll be done with the MCU for YouTube. That's insane. Then I'm taking a week off. I'm going to do Kingsman, which is technically Marvel property, I believe. So we're going to do that anyway. And then we're going to start back over in, like, the 70s or 80s when this was made. And we're going to do a bunch of old Marvel movies and do all the non-MCU stuff all the way up to present. So we're starting with Howard the Duck on the 25th, and then on the 1st of September we're going to do The Punisher. We have Captain America on the 8th, Blade, X-Men, Blade 2. We've got Daredevil, X2, Hulk, Punisher again, Blade Trinity, all these fantastic like things that I've never actually watched. I have not watched X-Men yet. I've never been a fan of X-Men, so I'm excited to watch them all. It's going to be so much fun. So if you want to see that, make sure you guys are subscribing. It's a huge, huge help. If I'm not already at 150 subscribers, subscribe, because once I hit that number, I'm dressing up like Spider-Man and going to Walmart. Which, if I already have hit 150 subscribers, you should see that video uploaded now or very, very soon. So if you guys want to see that, subscribe. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.